Today, I'm going to draw over this head practice from uni. I guess that's how I read the name. So when I first looked at this, I thought that because the chin is showing, they wanted this to be actually a bottom-up angle like this. They got the box upside wrong, and they actually made a second attempt, which proved my suspicion. When I first saw this, I was going to do two drawovers, one from this box angle and one from where the chin will be visible from the bottom up. And I'm still going to do that, but what I want is the chin bottom up angle. So we're going to start with the normal angle because when you're attempting something for the first time, the best idea is to do it in the simplest way you can and without much variables. What I'm going to do is not do this exact box because this box is from a very exaggerated camera angle. We want it to be much simpler again because it is our first attempt, and if you want, you can distort it to become that. Doesn't take much. So let's bring it here, and we're going to reduce the opacity on this, also on this. Now I like to start from the ears, and how we're going to be measuring in this box is I'm going to be most of the time saying half of the box, center of the box, quarter, and shit, and this is how you measure those. I'm going to not draw these all the time because they become really cluttery very quick, so I'm going to turn these off, but that is how you do them. Let's bring some of them back. And I like to do the ears around here. The face is actually not a cube. We need the head cube to be thinner because that's how the face is shaped. This is our ears, and let me erase it a little. Now what we want to do is maybe we divide off the front plane as well. This is where I like to draw the forehead, which will also include the eyebrow line. This is where the eyebrows will be in my measuring, and this is where the eyes rest. Now this is the cheekbone, and the reason I made this little triangle is because the eyes are sunken into the skull, so we show that by drawing these triangles, as you can see. And this is where I like to put the chin. Now the jaw actually is like this, and they're connected with the cheekbone. I'm drawing these very angular because I find that easier, but I guess you are doing Loomis. Let's check it. Yes, you are doing Loomis, which has rounder faces, if I remember. I don't know much about the Loomis method because I like finding my own method. I understand it better that way, but they have more softer lines, I guess. And this is where I put nose just slightly lower than the eye line and cheekbones, and normally you will get a little bit further out because the nose is out from the face. We need to focus on the nostrils being more shallow than the actual nose tip. And this is how the nose connects. So let's raise this a little bit and soften our angle, soften our measuring. And you can add a ball here and draw the eyelids and stuff. I don't want to bother with that, so I'm going to like this. This here is some fat. That's what I'm drawing. There are fats under the skin there. The lips are protruding too. You don't need to draw them too protruding like the nose. Now when you look at this nose, it looks like it is downturned. That is just the result of the angle we're using. So if you don't want it to look upturned, you can make it less correct and show some of the nostrils down here. This looks like a serial killer drawing. Don't worry about that. This gives the same feeling when you take your phone and put it really close to your face and take a photo like that. And that is because my box is like this, right? You can draw a cube like this as well. And when they're at this angle, you can't really see what's happening. But let's get to this angle and I'm going to show why that happened. By making this area shorter or longer, you can replicate different camera lens effect, and if you make it like this, it is going to, or even more if you make it like this, going to give off the feeling of either this is a really big area like a room, or you have the camera really close to the object you're drawing. So you can play with that if you want to make an object feel far away from the camera or closer to the camera. And that is why I did not draw in this exaggerated angle. I mean, if we wanted to draw in this angle, we could. It would just look even more exaggerated than this, even more closer to the camera than this. And that becomes really confusing when you're attempting it for the first time. Now I'm going to do the slight bottom up angle they wanted. Let's group these and keep them together. This box is less exaggerated because now the angle is correct and it should be vanishing like this. And when we draw it, we really should make sure to draw the back planes, draw through our object, especially the box. You don't need to draw the back of the head. That's a bit too much. But you need to draw the back of the head if the object you're drawing does not solely exist on a front plane. Because when we draw the head, you draw the ears, right? And the ears exist on the side plane. So you need to make sure to draw all the planes on your box. And I think this is a little bit too thin. I'm just going to start drawing and then adjust it if it seems wrong. Okay, you don't need to fear making mistakes, especially at the start. Even by trying out different approaches, you can learn so much. So let's go back and do the same thing with it on the flat angle. And when I'm drawing this line, I'm thinking of should I get a corrected drawing box? Maybe we don't need to be that correct. It's relatively correct gives the idea most of the time. So when we draw the ear, I like to draw this line, then expand it outside like a triangle. And we're going to come back to the front plane and start dividing it up as well. Now again, I enjoy putting the forehead on this border, but it might be better to put it slightly lower. I'm just going to continue putting it there. And now we need to draw the eyes going inside. And you can see here, now we can't just do this because that's not the angle we're in. We need to follow our plane. And this is where I like to put the nose. Again, we cannot expand it outside this way like we did with the normal angle. We need to expand it following our perspective. And I like to do this, connect them. And this is where the chin is where I put the chin. And when you're drawing chin from the bottom up angle, you don't want to just draw this line. You want to expand it inside the jaw and the throat. And you want to put what this line is here. Let's get to the side view. And this is ear, right? This is where you put the line, connect the jaw, connect the chin. Like that, there's a corner there, your jaw. And this is, you connect them like this. And then you connect the bottom of the chin with that as well. And then you put the neck particle. And we look here, our ears are not too well placed, right? So we just fix them. We can just put them slightly farther up, you can just fix it. Especially we're drawing digitally, so it's really easy to fix. And maybe our nose is too high up, right? We can just take it and just put it down. And if we're drawing traditionally, that is not a hassle either. You just need to erase it and leave a little bit of it visible on the page because you want to see where you were. You don't want to guess it. And you can just draw it a little bit down. And it's getting too crowded on my face, so I'm just going to cover it. And let's get to the lips. So this is where I like to put the lips. And now, but same with the eyes, we cannot just draw this. We need to follow the plane. So the lower lip is going to be less visible than the top lip. And you can draw these connections to make the chin more round, and you can change the shape of this lip as well. You can do whatever. And you can also do this for the eyebrows. You know what? Now my drawing is too angular, so I'm going to try to make it softer, duplicate them, turn one of them off, and flatten the other. And my box is getting in the way. Reduce it even more. Now, let's get to the eyeball. Now you can draw the eyeball. I don't really do it much when I do draw. Even when I practice, I didn't draw it because I don't like it. It looks weird, but again, when we draw it, we're going to follow this. Everything is following the perspective. And let's draw the darts here. Draw this wrapping around. And here's a secret. Because the skin, the eyelid skin, has slight depth. So when you're drawing it from a bottom up or a top down angle, either you can draw the depth of the eyelid on whichever angle is shown. And because they are on bottom up angle and the character, we're not drawing a character that is looking down, the bottom eyelid needs to be curved. And I realized I made the eyes too big, so I'm just going to make them smaller. And I'm making it smaller together because I don't want to bother with matching them up. And I'm going to change their location. Now, if a character has an eyelid that is, I'm drawing it from the side, that is sunken like this and has a double eyelid, like so. This is the eyelid sinking into the skull and wrapping around the eye. If they have an eyelid like this, then you can't just draw it here, because again, we're following the perspective. You follow the perspective here going down, so you cannot see much of it. You can only see it. And if you want to draw eyelashes, we're going to do this. You're not going to see much of the bottom eyelashes because you're looking at it from the bottom up. And I realized this is still too big. Don't worry about it. If you want to draw the nostrils, how you would do them. There's some muscle here if you want to draw. Oh, I totally lost track of what I was going to do. I was going to just make these less sharp. This looks like that SpongeBob character octopus. And the ears are actually, when you look at it, see the eye? The ears are usually, oh wait, I drew the eye too small. Let's show it normally. So this is the eye, so the nose, this is the lips. The ears are usually very similarly placed to the nose, but again, while looking at it from the bottom up angle, our line is going like this, so the ear is from this angle is going to be lower than the eye, and that actually is similarly. It really looks like that SpongeBob character. Should I draw hair on this? I feel like I didn't do a good explanation this time. And depending on the type of eye your character has, you can either make it like this or you can make it like this, and then there's going to be some in here. Let's draw the eyes. Now I'm drawing the eyes big because the eyes are just big. I drew them too big. Maybe I should take more care into drawing these. Oh, this is the last lesson. So the iris, I don't remember. I always confuse the names of this with the black hole in the middle of the eye. So that is a hole actually around here. And this is a ball. It is a hole that is inside the eyeball. And if you look at it here, this is our bubble. We do not do this. Again, we're in a bottom up angle and our box is vanishing. Our perspective is vanishing this angle. So the hole in the eye is going to be vanishing like that as well. But if you're drawing a highlight, then we're going to put it on the other outer. Should we draw some eyelashes? If I draw them all different layers so I can turn them off. Again, the fat part of the eye I mentioned, so you can add that as well. Now I'm not going to turn the sketch fully off because it looks weird when I do that. And you might see that I made the chin even more rounder than what we drew. And that is because that's how it looks. It looks better that way. Let's try making it match the box and see why we do this. Because it looks weird, right? I don't like it. It is better if you make it fade into the bottom. Or maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Let's keep it. Let's add some eye. No, let's add some hair. And I'm going to add hair that is bottom. And the reason it's going out and up, not because it is going to up, because even if the hair was like this, again, our box is going like this. Our perspective is going that way. That is the angle we're in. So that is what we need to do as well. I hope I did know first. And this is how we draw. Let's add some shorter hair here. Make it fade into the face. Maybe I make it less opaque. The eyes are too big, but you can just make them smaller. That's an easy fix. So